First timers to this YouTube channel, I hope that before the end of this video, you will find a reason to subscribe. And to the old timers, viewers and subscribers worldwide, I appreciate your support. Without you, I wouldn't have come this far. Salute. It's a pleasure having you back on this YouTube channel. Like I said in my last video, I'll be doing what I call a Ponzi counterpunch to the comments and reactions I get to my videos. Okay, I'm going to be picking some comments and reacting to them in videos like this. Okay, when I do reviews of platforms and I consider a particular platform to be a Ponzi scheme, I put up a disclaimer. I'm not an authority, okay? I'm just giving my opinion. And if you want to disagree with me, make valid points, okay? Because as you're learning from me, I am also learning from you. And it is in the comment section and in the emails that you send to me that I get to learn from you guys, okay? So when you want to say this platform is not a Ponzi scheme, give me valid points. But there are 2 points that are very, very common that network marketers promoting such platforms would come to my comment section to write. And I'm going to counterpunch those 2 points. Point number 1 that they always say is that it is paying, so it's not a Ponzi scheme. Okay. Then point number 2 that they always raise is that this platform has been around for so and so number of years, 2 years, 3 years, so it's not a Ponzi scheme. Okay, now let me counterpunch the first point. They say it is paying, so it is not a Ponzi scheme. What is the modus operandi of a Ponzi scheme? Rob Peter to do what? Tell me now. Tell me. Rob Peter to do what? Pay Paul. A Ponzi scheme must pay. Ponzi schemes pay. That is the hallmark of a hardcore Ponzi scheme. They pay. Ponzi schemes pay. Because they know that the greedy, unsuspecting potential victims love payment proofs. That's why they do testimonials. And even when they pay you, they will offer you extra commissions to do a video testimonial. They pay. So it is not a problem when a Ponzi scheme pays. When a platform pays, it is not a sign of legitimacy. So it's like saying that, fraud is not illegitimate. Why? Because fraudsters get paid. Crime pays people. Does that make crime legitimate? No, it doesn't. Now, to the second point that they make always, they said this platform has been existing for XYZ number of years. So it is legitimate. How can you say that? It's like saying that a criminal or fraudster who has been defrauding people for the past 10 years and is yet to be caught by the police, does that make that fraudster's job legitimate? Because he hasn't been caught yet, so it's legitimate. That is what is tantamount to you saying that, okay, because somebody has been a fraudster for so and so number of years and they are yet to be apprehended, does that mean that their job is legitimate? It doesn't mean that it is legitimate. A Ponzi scheme doesn't necessarily have a short lifespan. You see a lot of people sending me messages on WhatsApp and in the comment section saying that, there are platforms that you reviewed over a year ago. You said they are Ponzi schemes. They are still paying till now. Let me tell you something. You can run a Ponzi scheme and run it for a very long time. It doesn't mean that it is legitimate. Do you know the man called Bernie Madoff? You have never heard about Bernie Madoff. I call him the king of Ponzi. That man ran a Ponzi scheme successfully for over 2 decades. What are you telling me? Over 2 decades, he was consistently paying. The authorities shut his platform down. He never ran out of cash flow. See, if you want to run a Ponzi scheme that will be sustainable, like the ones that you are referring to, that this platform is still paying, that one is still paying, check their modus operandi very well. They have managed to internalize the money. They have managed to discourage withdrawals. They have managed to encourage compounding. These platforms, they have compounding package. People who need cash flow, investors who need cash flow don't like it because you have your money stuck in the system for an extended period of time and your profits are being reinvested. They have managed to internalize the money. Okay? Why do you think all these platforms collapse during the Yuletide, December period, Christmas and New Year period? Is because of massive withdrawals out of the system. That's why most of them close shop. The Ponzi engine requires the oil of new money to keep running smoothly. I'll say that again so that it will sink. The Ponzi engine, it requires the oil of new money to continue running smoothly. That is why they designed that beautiful compensation plan that will push you, that will motivate you to go out there and advertise and bring in new people. Now, it's not only new people that bring in new money. Older and existing people can keep bringing in new money. How? By reinvesting. Increasing their investment from $100 to $500. And also by reinvesting their profit by way of compounding. So you can run a Ponzi scheme for a long time. It doesn't mean that it is legitimate. What makes your platform a Ponzi scheme is not the number of years you have run it for. It is not whether you are paying or not. It is the modus operandi. Is there a way of generating money into your platform apart from the registration fees that the network marketers bring? Is there a way of generating legitimate money, cash flow into the system apart from, circulating money from Peter to Paul? That is what makes you a Ponzi scheme. Apart from the modus operandi of a Ponzi scheme, which is already designed to fail, which is mathematically impossible to sustain. Okay, apart from the modus operandi, I tell you about platforms that have lasted because they have a modus operandi that enables the Ponzi scheme to last for a while. We're talking about the authorities. The authorities, your Ponzi scheme can be running well. The Ponzi scheme could be running well. The management, they are very smart guys. They are running the platform very well. The authorities can shut them down. Recently in Nigeria, 2 big companies, these companies are even big. They are doing some legitimate stuff. Although along the line, they started ponzifying the system. The authorities have shut them down for non-regulation, for non-registration with the regulatory bodies in Nigeria, especially SEC. All the investors' money now is hanging because they said the company has been operating in illegality. The 2 companies have been operating in illegality. So if you are interacting with the Ponzi scheme, you are contending with the modus operandi, which is not sustainable. And even if they manage to sustain it, you're also contending with the authorities who will come and shut them down for operating in illegality. Now, the thing is that many network marketers attack content creators like us that review make money online opportunities, thinking that we are asking people not to invest. I have said it over and over again, and I'll keep saying it. My motive is not to discourage people from investing. Far from it. It is to acquaint them with the risk associated with the investment that they are making. That will make them better informed. And that will also prepare their shock absorbers in case of anything that happens. I always make an example. If there is a venomous snake in a room and you don't know that the snake is there, you're going to do things that will provoke the snake to attack you. But if you go into that room knowing full well that there's a venomous snake there and you actually know where the venomous snake is hidden, you'll be more careful and you'll be safer. See, the awareness of risk is the best way to handle risk. I have never discouraged people from investing because wherever there is reward, look carefully, there is also risk there. Okay? So it's about acquainting people with the risk involved in a particular platform so that they can have a clear-cut exit strategy, so that they will not invest their house rent, so that they will not invest their school fees, so that they will not invest their feeding money. I always preach that investors in these volatile and risky online businesses should invest with the gambler's mindset. I made a video about gambler's mindset. You'll find it in the card above. But let me brief you. A gambler is never shocked or surprised when he loses money. No. As a matter of fact, a gambler is only shocked and surprised when he wins. That's why you see them jubilating. But when they lose, it's normal. Because the moment a gambler, they call it stake, the moment he stakes that amount of money, he believes he has already lost it. Gamblers are the ones that actually obey that supreme rule of investing. Invest only what you can afford to lose. When you make these volatile and risky investments, remove your mind, because anything can happen to your money. And it is amazing when I see network marketers. Network marketers, they take the platform more seriously than the owners, the real owners behind the project. You see a website where the CEO is not known, their address where they're operating from is not known, but you see somebody who wants to make bonuses from that platform will go and print shirts, their names on shirts, will turn his own house to their branch office in his city. When that platform goes south, the real owners cannot be found, they cannot be traced, people will start looking for you. Meanwhile, you don't know them from anywhere. You don't know them from Adam. You are just a network marketer. So the work of content creators like us, it complements the work of the network marketers. We are not enemies. We're not fighting. Our mission is not to demarket you. Our mission is to sensitize your prospects so that they will invest what they can afford to lose. So that when they eventually lose that amount of money, they won't be looking for you, network marketer, with the police. They won't be coming for your neck. Because now you are going to tell them only the good side about the platform. We are going to acquaint them with the risk. So if they wanted to invest, say, $1 million before, they will now start thinking of, okay, let me make it 100,000. They will now be thinking of investing only what they can afford to lose, which is a win-win. I am never delighted when I review a platform and the platform collapses shortly after I review them. Network marketers, see, I am never a prophet of doom. I am not a prophet of doom. I am never happy when I review a platform and the platform collapses shortly afterwards. Like some people are making comments about Ponzi schemes I made reference to long ago that are still paying till today. I am always happy when I make a video about a platform saying that it is risky and it's a Ponzi scheme. If it continues to pay for a long period of time after that video, I am happy. Because I don't delight in people losing money. No, I don't. One, that's reason number one. Reason number two is, if I make a video today and the platform collapses after just 1 month, that video that I made effort in shooting, editing, scripting, and uploading, that video will no longer enjoy any views. Who comes on YouTube to check for MMM these days? Nobody. All the content creators who made content about MMM, that video is no longer enjoying any views or any likes. But if you make a video about a platform, even though it's a Ponzi scheme, but their modus operandi is such that they are going to be around for a long time. High withdrawal fees, compounding packages, discouragement of withdrawals. They have these 3 things that can make them last for a while. Your video about them is going to enjoy views for a while before they eventually close shop. So to all the network marketers who say that a platform has lasted for 10 years, so it is legitimate. So wait, if you have 10 years experience as a thief, does that make you a legitimate person? Does that make your job legitimate because you have 10 years experience as a fraudster? Does that make your job legitimate? And to all the network marketers who will go to their prospect and say, take risk. Don't mind all those content creators. Take risk. Life is all about risk. It's even risky not to take a risk. These are the things that they tell you, and you too, you'll be thinking of selling off your properties to invest. It is risky not to take a risk. A network marketer once told me, Victor, why are you discouraging people from taking risk? Risk, life is all about risk. It is risky not to take a risk. Leave them, let them take risk and all that. I said, wait, if my car has no brakes, would you travel with it on the expressway knowing full well that it has no brakes? She said, no, why would I do that? I said, no, you need to do it because life is all about taking risk. It is risky for you not to travel without my car that has no brakes. Since you said it is risky not to take a risk, there are two categories of risk. You have the calculated risk where you know these are the risks involved with this platform. Okay, this is my exit strategy. Did the platform just start? They are still looking strong. That is why we make these videos, so that you can make sound financial decisions by taking calculated risks. Blind risk is when you do things anyhow. Do you know that the deposit button on any Ponzi website outlives the withdrawal button? Yes, people are no longer withdrawing on a particular website. Since the hosting is still there, the website is still being hosted, you can invest, they will accept your investment, but you cannot withdraw anymore. So some people take blind risk and they walk straight into a collapsed platform, a platform that has collapsed. They go and invest in it because they are taking blind risk. There are platforms that their withdrawal method is P2P, peer-to-peer. Whatever points that accrues to you, you can sell it to a new member as a means of cash out. Why the developers, the owners of the platform just fold their arms? Why you people turn that platform to a marketplace? Your liabilities, you send it to your prospect gives you money, and they think that they are making money. Then those points that you send to them is growing every day. When they want to cash out, they too will look for somebody to sell it to. P2P Ponzi. That is P raised to power 3. And when you withdraw directly from the company, they will make sure that their withdrawal processing period is very long to discourage you from doing direct withdrawal and to encourage you from, P2P. Refer new people, send your points to them. Such platforms, when they collapse, people that have a lot of points, they will just get newer people on board, sell those points to them. But those people that go and buy those dead points, if they had come on YouTube, they probably would have seen that that platform has collapsed. So they wouldn't take such a blind risk. So the work of a content creator is not to demarket any company. It's not to fight against network marketers. It is to enlighten the people to know the risk that they are taking. Take the risk, but do not invest amounts of money that you cannot afford to lose. That is the message. And when network marketers are marketing, don't market as if your father owns the company. Put up disclaimers. Let people know the risk associated with such platforms so that they can invest what they can afford to lose. I hope you learned something from this video. If you did, give it a like so that the YouTube algorithm will recommend it to more and more people. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't done so before. Till I see you in the next one, I remain Victor Isibo. It is bye for now.